Side to side. How's that camera, the room? Oh yeah, bootleg side to side. No, I don't want. I want side to side. More difference. My sister, we there? Okay, still on the matter. We are back again. Wellness hour by Mr Noyamayama. Where they happen? Protea Hotel. Ikeja Select. Then where we go Schwab? Keep moving that leg. Trade FM. But now you know definitely what is happening. The warm-up is on. And break time. Yeah, I know warm-up is on. Let's see. Let's add another movement. I'll tell the body, the joints, the muscle group that we are ready to do what. And let's see the twist. But try. I want you to see your back. Can you see your back? No, you can only rotate. I'm the one seeing your back. No problem. 20 seconds. Mr. Marvel in the building. Motrayo in the building. 5 seconds. 4. Taking my time. Remember, it is called warm-up. We are not in a hurry. Break time. This movement pattern is very key. Everybody squats in the house. They forget that they are squatting when they sit on the chair. Even there's this lady, Sharon. She doesn't remember she's squatting. So they squat. Like every other person. I don't want to squat, but you're sitting on a chair and you're getting up. The next thing again. Even Sharon still remembers she's supposed to do push-up. She does not do push-up. Why am I using the word Sharon? I will tell you later. Not even now. Not now. Okay. Push-up is on. Before you say, Mr. Noyamayama, I want to kiss somebody. Motrayo, lie down fully on my knee and do push-up. This is not man push-up or woman push-up. Break time. Break time. The warm-up just ended. So we're going to be going straight to the main event. No. We're going straight to the core activation. Are we there? Oh, yeah, now let's see. We're down. 30 against 15. Up circle, rest period, up circle, rest period, up circle. 2 times. We'll go to where? Spider-Man plank. Then we'll finally end up with what? What are we ending up with? Eh? No. Final stop? Up circle, mountain, no. We end up with mountain climber is in our main event. No. We are ending up with 21. Yeah. How many movements now? Up circle 1, up circle 2, number 3. I want more. No. Number 1, up circle, Spider-Man plank, right leg. Alternate the Spider-Man plank. Okay. Then the last one will be what? 21. So that means I'm going to be doing right leg. Sorry for me, double sharp one. Sharp one. Then Spider-Man plank. So we're alternating. That was our number 3. Hey, hold up. Mudani, 1, 2. 2, 1. Break time. Then the last one will be 21. So those 4 movements, we are good. So I'm fine. 30 against 15. 30 against 15. 30 against 15. 30 seconds walk, 15 seconds you rest. Never a competition. 3. I'm coming on. We'll see introduce this small segment. Yes, still on the matter. Now we are going straight to core activation. You like the flat tummy? Forget about flat tummy. Listen to what is happening in your core muscle. And we'll talk about flat tummy later. 3, 2, 1, are we there? They are going to be creating some rotational movement with the legs, taking advantage. You see as it rotates. You have a clock in your house. You might be going clockwise, no problem. But remember, if you go clockwise, you will go counterclockwise. For now, it is happening. It is going to be 30 seconds of work. I like problem. Can you go? I like problem. Don't mind me. Just remember, work and rest. Mr. Meva, are you here? They breathe in and out. Put your focus somewhere else. But remember, focus, I need it here. Break time. Mr. Meva, how do you feel? It didn't work? It didn't work. Oh, my God. It didn't work. But I'm coming to you. Don't worry. At home, it didn't work? If you know they work, inbox me. But I know you tell me they work. 3, 2, 1. And remember, if you went clockwise, go counterclockwise. Just take your time. I always like to look for your pelvic muscle. Then deeper core muscle. That deep core muscle is very vital. Your transverse abdominal muscle is very, very key. You want to have flat tummy, you have to start thinking about that muscle group. But before that, sleep, rest, movement, gratitude to God Almighty. You want to have flat tummy, that is where it is. You don't want sleep, you won't get flat tummy, too hard. But the nutrition part is key. We are going to talk about that as well. As we join. And number 2, gone. 2 more places. Where? You know Spider-Man. You watch Spider-Man those days? Hey, let's start thinking about Spider-Man. Look at what I mean by Spider-Man what? Spider-Man plank. I like the plank, but I like to take it to another level. Remember, you can always plank. It might be a starting point for you. And gay. Yes, I just started the Spider-Man plank. Remember, we can put some seconds to your... This is another technique. The Spider-Man plank. And there's a hole. Let me look up. Mr. Marvin. 1, 2, 3. That time under tension takes the game to another level. Don't rush through it. You want to get something out of it? This is how we try to do all this movement. I have 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. If I'm tired, I'm resting. Remember that. If I'm tired, I am resting. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. The bell should ring. Now. Oh my God. Goes back very fast. I mean, very, very fast. You don't need to waste so much hours. I don't understand. 5 seconds. 4. Where are we going to? We are going to be doing the 21. Single, single, double. I like to call this single, single, double. So we are going to infuse the upper and the lower. They say they differentiate them. Upper, core muscle, lower core muscle. They are all integrated together. The game is on. This is single. This is single. Then one both legs. But if I can't do both legs, don't problem. Just continue with the single. If you can't even do the single, just raise that shoulder blade off the floor a little bit. Never a competition. Only trying to get better every other day. Still on the matter. Now trade a pen, then go show them. Still on the matter. Now Protea Hotel, Ikeja Select. Now there, it happened by Marriott. And we just got to the end of the core activation. So we are going to go straight to the matter. Okay, still on the matter. Calm down now. Where are we going to? We are going to the main event. The main event is going to be what? A movement we are going to do for what? 45 seconds of work, 15 minutes total time, 20 rounds. 20 rounds. But no problem. Remember, every 45 seconds you're working and then you are resting. Rest period determined by you. Don't even start thinking I'm not doing as much as I want to do, but don't take it easy. So we're going to start with what? The push-up. People don't like push-up, but it has to be done. It's a movement that must be done in life. So we're down. 45 seconds. We're starting with the push-up. But let me see the push-up on my knee a little bit. And pass it. Keep this core tight. Breathe in, breathe angle. You can stay there, stay there, stay there. Up again. I want to show you something. Make sure you have this inclination. Aha. You can see Mr. Marvel. It's just straight. Never hurry. You see your elbow tucked into the side. More will come on your tricep muscle. Make more sense. We don't want your elbow flying out. I got 20 seconds. But let me take you somewhere else. Can you come on your toe? Show some women that it is doable. What a woman can do, a man can do. It can always be modified. You get the game. Remember, if I'm getting tired, that's exactly what I want. You will get stronger. Remember, protein is key. 5 seconds. From here, we are going to be going a movement that everybody does without knowing. Even Sharon still does it, she doesn't know. Lie down on my back and get up. Lie down on your bed and get up. Yeah, get up. That is a movement that is key. Mr. Mabe, get up. Anyhow you want to like, get up. You can see how he's getting up. Up. You can see how she got up. She even added a jump. Let's see the hand. And up. Very, very important movement we do in life. No problem, Mr. Mabe, you're doing good. Take your time, never a competition. Yeah, the get up is our number 2 movement. Add that movement and tell me what happens at the end of 30 days. Depending. 30 days times what? Times 12. Number of months, not just 12 days, nothing. Times number of years that you tell God you want to remain here on earth. And number 3, movement there. Another movement that is key. You know, we just keep making sure we give you those things. Before you say Jack Robinson, we started stimulating a lot, breaking down a lot of muscle fiber. Imagine now I want to push Mr. Mave. He will resist my pushing. That tells me your core muscles are well activated. I even want to drag the leg. He will say no. He's trying to fight against my resistance. If I want to drag 2 of them at the same time. 8 seconds. 5 seconds. I had the bell. The next movement is going to be what? We are getting up. We're going straight to side lunge. Side to side. I like this movement because it tells me my hips goes backward. So we create the side lunge. The game is on. The moment you can stay this way. No problem. I like that. Alternating out of it. The other side. Come to this side. Aha. We'll continue like that. You can see there's a slight movement. No happening. Mr. Papa, continue. Let's see that dynamic flow. They want to stay stagnant. They're going side to side. Side to side. You can see the hips is coming backward. We are hinging. This is a hinge movement. Do I call this person's name? Yes, Sharon will do this movement. She doesn't know she's training, but now she knows she's training. I had the bell. It takes me to a movement that will take my heart rate up. Mountain climber. Everybody sees mountain climber. You don't want to do mountain climber. We'll continue climbing the mountain in our life. Through what? Through the help of God Almighty. Just keep running, no problem. There's people who say you're running. Yeah, I'm vertical. Mountain climber. Look for version that works for you. Good, good, good. 18 seconds. If I'm tired, I'm resting. 15 seconds. 12 seconds. 10 seconds. We're getting close. 9, 8. Conditioning happening in a very interesting word playing here that the body does not like. Yeah, remember, walk and rest. Walk and rest. The bell rings. I just had the bell. Back to number 1. Number 1. You don't need to get up. We're back to push-up. The push-up is on. When I'm tired, I am resting. 30 seconds. Taking my time. I'm not in a hurry. The push-up is on. Remember, walk and rest. 25 seconds to go. The game is on. The bell just rang. Every time the bell rings, we are there. Good. 20 seconds. Remember, walking and resting. Never a competition. Good. Good. 13. 12 seconds. Then make sure you are breathing. You are breathing in and out. Never a competition. Feel free to rest. Get back when you are ready. 4 seconds. 3. Real life. No Joro. No editing. I had the bell. We are ready to get up. Lie down on my bed. Oh, this lie down on my mat. Lie down on the floor and get up. Mr Noyamayama wants to test the get up. Let me do some get up. Bring myself up. I don't want to jump. I want to do my what? My calf raise intelligently. Oh! In a report, I need a walk. 18. Less than 10 seconds to go. Well, let me remind you. 4 sets. Destination. Walking and resting. We got 7. We have 5. We have 4. We have 3. We have 2. We have 1. Bell should ring now. Let me use my belly a little bit. Third movement. We are doing the what? 21. Oh, no, 21. Get into my bear crawl. And then we are holding isometrically. Infusing some science into that movement. Bear crawl and hold is on. When you're ready, you get into it. Good, good, good. You can see elevation of the knee, off the floor a little bit. For some, you might just be here. No problem. There is always a starting point. Hand on that shoulder. There. She's even using her knuckle. Remember, I get knuckle, I get my flat what? My flat palm. Just make sure you're breathing. If I push out, it doesn't move. That is the game here. It tells you you're having your core activated. Shoulder blade infused. Yes. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And I had the bell. I'm getting up. We're going to where? Side to side. Creating that hinge movement pattern. The legs widely open. Side to side. The game is on. Taking my time. Creating that hinge movement here. Good. It will come backward. Just make sure the hip is coming backward. More like it. 25 seconds. 23 seconds. 20 seconds. Side to side. Never in a hurry. Hold for 1 or 2 seconds. And you'll see the activation of those muscle groups that we're looking for. The A-band, I call them in the hinge movement pattern. I get 5, I get 4, I get 3, I get 2, I get 1. Remember, we are in the show Trade FM. The game is on. We are going to mountain climber. Who give us the advantage of making sure this is short? Protea Hotel. You can just select by Mario. The game is on when you are ready. The game is on when you are ready. Wellness section still going on strong. Mountain climber is on. 25 seconds to go. Nothing bad. We don't reach. 20 seconds. 2 minus 4 minus 2. That means we have 2 more sets. 2 more sets to go. 15 seconds. We are getting close. Remember, if you tire, make you rest. Push until you can't. Rest until you can. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Mr. Marvel is just holding a plank intelligently, and I had the bell. We are going back to where? Number 1. Third set. We are almost there. Third set. Definitely you are going to rest more. It is needed. It is allowed. Remember, walk and rest. But I had the bell. That means I am back to where? My push-up. Whenever you are ready, you get into push-up. No competition. Ọpọlọ ló gbà. Okay. They don't hear Ọpọlọ ló gbà. No problem. Now, sense, we go use one. We'll keep getting better every other day. Just make sure, good form or nothing. If the form is becoming yama, just make sure you are resting. I keep telling you, where they go show them? Now for Trade FM. Still on the matter. I'll tell you more updates coming. And I had the bell. Oh, get up is next. Lie down and get up. That is all. When you are ready. 30 seconds to go. Taking my time. Motrayo, are you still adding the jump? Man, find your trouble small. She knew I was going to take her to another level. Mr. Mebe, I will come to you. I will not come to you, but I will come to you. They say what a woman can do. A man can do better. Oh yeah, jump, jump. If I catch you, you will fall. And then when you fall, you have to, oh my God, I had the bell. I had the bell taking me straight to where the bear crawl and hold. The science there is the isometric hold. That means you're going to send so much to those muscle groups. We want to break them down as much as we can. They repair when we are sleeping. The game is on. Third set, we are almost there. We are almost there. The bear claw and hold is on. Bear claw and hold is on. When in this position, make sure you are breathing in and out, and make sure you have your stomach braced. Imagine yourself being punched by someone. My punch is small. Oh, you can see how. The answer? Yes. Undo. No problem. We're only checking and balancing that we have a good form. Hand on that shoulder, you can see perfectly what? Knees off the floor. You can do a break time. Hard well. Oh my God, it's bringing me back up. Who did down must come up. Side lunge, bringing in the hinge movement pattern. We like to walk in movement pattern. God created us to walk in different movement pattern. Add movement pattern to your what? To your training. And you will get so much out of it. Okpololugba. No Yamayama form. Don't start doing this. This is Yamayama. Let the elbow, the knee, create that what? 90 degrees. You see, that's where they go. You don't learn for house. You don't learn. If you're there, you're good. Remember, walk and rest. Chest up. No problem. And let's take the heart rate up. For the, yes, one more round and then we're there. Mountain climber comes in. Mountain climber, round 3 or 4. We're almost there. One more set, game over. Yeah, remember, now Protea Hotel, you can just select by Marriott, it happen. 25 seconds to go when you're ready, you're back to it. The mountain climber is on. Remember, walk and rest. Are you resting?
Yes.
Thank you very much. If you are resting, it walk. Mr. Mabe, are you resting?
Yes.
Oh, he's telling Mr. Mabe, are you ready? Are you ready at home? If you're ready, you go. They don't make a team event, but remember, it's a journey. If you are not ready, leave them alone. Take your time to rest. Yes, we're not in about 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bell should ring. And Mr. Mabe, Motrayo should be happy right now that the game is over. Now lie. It remains one more set. Get back to push-up for the final time. And then we are almost out of this. Push-up is on when you are ready. Okay. Then we say, I did look for motivation. There's nothing like motivation. Use discipline to eat motivation for breakfast every other day. Push-up time. Go. Breathe in. Breathe out. In. Out. Tired. Go on my knee. No problem. This is you against you. It is never you against any other person. It is you every other day. Keep thanking God for grace. The bell ring. Number 2 is the get up. I'll lie down, I'll get back up. We're almost there, around 17 of 20, and this workout section is over. Section still going on strong. Trade FM, go show 'em. Aha. We thank God for giving us Protea Hotel, the Ikeja Select by Mario. Now there, it happen. You have not visited the hotel. Try and visit. You go fear what you will see here. Hospitality to the next level. You will fear. This is the only place you should be finding yourself. For now, 12 seconds to go. 10 seconds. We have 9 seconds. 8 seconds. 3, 2, 1. The bell should ring. Everybody, they wait for the bell. There's no problem. The bell takes you somewhere else. Where is it going to take me? Where focus goes, energy flow. Where is the energy to do our what? Bear crawl, and isometrically, we are going to be holding. Okay. 25 seconds to go. They say 15 minutes is too. I always laugh. 5 minutes, you will see it here. Yeah. 2 minutes, we will show you. Is it not the technique to burn fat? No, but we want to look at the awareness attach wellness to health span. Then see how much it will bring and to make so much difference. The game is still on. 5 seconds to go. Everywhere they walk. The hand said they walk. Intelligently. Hardy 19 of 20. We are taking the movement straight to where side lunge, a hip movement that is sweet to be infused into your workout schedule. Side lunge, side to side is happening. We are almost there. We are almost there. Where it they happen? It they happen. It they happen. From where? You want me to tell you? I must tell you. If I don't tell you, you will not visit us. It they happen for Protea Hotel. Ikeja Select by Marriott. Who go show am? Trade FM. Who they here? Mr Noyamayama. Mr Mabe. Motrayo. Inside which program? Wellness section. Wellness hour. Wellness hour. You hear that? Wellness hour. Still on the matter. Final stop and we should be there. Mountain climber will end it. Mountain climber will end it. Let me be running a countdown. Mr. Babe, this I want to tax you a little bit. How many mountain climber can you do in the last 30 seconds? Because I see 30 seconds on the timer. Just check and balance. We'll try. How many mountain climber can you do before the bell will ring? It is not a competition. Good form first before that number. I'm only trying to look for a way to make them, step the game up intelligently. And they give the update. They will tell me how many mountain climber they got in the last couple of seconds in 45 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. No, Joro, if you hear the bell, stop. How many did you get? 39, now number. What number? 42, now number. Any number you get is number. But now, thank you so much. And keep watching. Wellness Hour, Ushuam, Trade FM. Where? Protea Hotel. Ikeja by what? Protea Hotel Select by what? By Marriott. Wellness Hour continues. Keep watching.
Okay. Hello and welcome to Wellness Hour by Trade FM, your trusted destination for practical conversation on health, fitness, nutrition, and overall well-being. On today's program, we'll be discussing the importance of healthy eating, balanced diet, and practical nutrition habits that can improve everyday living. Nutrition plays a vital role in improving productivity, supporting mental health well-being, and enhancing quality of life. I'm your host, Adonis Chamaka. Joining us today is dietitian Agebusi Temitope Bodunde, a lecturer in the Department of Nutrition and Dietetics, School of Technology, Yaba College of Technology, Yaba Tech. He holds a Master of Science degree and is currently pursuing a Doctor of Philosophy. He is a member of the Nutrition Society of Nigeria, the Institute of Dietitians in Nigeria, and the Members Association for the Study of Obesity in Nigeria. It's a pleasure to welcome dietitian Agebusi Temitope Bodunde to Wellness Hour. Good afternoon, sir. How are you doing today?
I'm very fine, thank you. Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay.
Nutrition and dietetics is a course I started, right from my ND from Rufus Giwa Polytechnic. And from my ND1, I see that it's a very good course. And looking around me, seeing diverse nutritional problems that I was taught then I see I could contribute my quota. True, I could contribute my quota, by studying the course so that I can actually, join the team to solve Nigerian nutritional problems. Yeah, I actually enjoy the course because, teaching nutrition students is just like helping emerging nutritionist and dietitian. And be as a young lecturer, I see myself as a model for them so that, when they see me in class, they are always happy because they feel I'm like them. And as a result, in one way or the other increases their focus and determination towards the cause. The biggest nutritional problem is malnutrition. And this malnutrition, there is no household that is left out, because when you go to some household, you see the children, they are underweight, they are wasted, and when you look at the adults in that household, they are overweight as a result of poor nutritional practice. So many households now, they are affected with malnutrition. Yes, of course. The problem is we just need to educate people, because like a Chinese adage says, what we eat is how we look. So, with nutrition education, by adopting a healthy lifestyle, people having this knowledge of good nutrition and practicing it, putting it into practice, then we can solve the both problem for both undernutrition and overnutrition. Of course, they can. They can. Yes, because all they have to do is to plan on what they have. Planning is very essential when it comes to, achieving good dietary plan. So when you plan on what you have, like how much do you earn, how much can you earn, and how much can you afford. You understand? So nutrition, outside the money, outside the finance, proper planning is very important, because when you plan very well, then you can plan on what you have with the knowledge of nutrition, then you won't be malnourished in your household.
Okay.
Of course, it affects a lot of people. Skipping of breakfast is one of those. Is one of the practice I actually educate people to try as much as possible not to do. Especially if as an adult you skip breakfast, you might not even have much feelings of it. But do not allow young children to actually skip their breakfast, because number one, it will reduces their mental capacity in classroom or for mental task. So, and two, for adults too that skips breakfast, it contributes to overweight and obesity prevalent among us, because the next time you are going to eat food, it makes you consume excess, because you have not taken breakfast, and now you will have that psychological thought that you want to take both the breakfast and lunch together, and as a result, you take much at a particular time, and the body will only take the one they did, and other will be stored, contributing to that nutritional problem.
Okay.
Yes, Nigeria in history of what we learned in school, Nigeria have good dietary practice, but Nigeria will start having problem after we begin to imitate the Western world, which we call nutrition transition. Is a course whereby we neglect our locally available rich food for westernized food, what we call the ultra processed food. Like after Nigerians start visiting all these Mr. Big, Tantalizer, and all of that, start buying from them. That's where our problem starts from. So as a Nigerian, I will advise, get your locally available food, prepare your food yourself, then you can be very sure of the quality and the quantity of the nutrients you're taking in. That will help you, for longevity and for normal life. Yeah, nutrition is very important for all of those things, because all of those diseases, we call them the non-communicable diseases, and those diseases, they are diseases that their causes is unknown. Their cause is unknown, and when you look at nutrition, poor nutrition is one of their risk factors. That is one of those factors that can contribute to those diseases. So nutrition is a key role. Dietary plan is a key role to manage diabetes, hypertension, because for instance, like let's use diabetes as an example here. Diabetes is just elevated blood sugar, and now if you are managing it and you do not have the knowledge of the food you are consuming, talking of the glycemic load of that food, the glycemic index of that food, then that problem might actually even develop a lot of complications. So nutrition and dietary plan cannot be overemphasized when we're talking of managing of non-communicable diseases, as you mentioned. Yes, the most common nutrition deficiency, when you look at under 5 children, they have protein energy malnutrition, undernutrition, protein energy undernutrition, energy undernutrition, vitamin A deficiency, iron deficiency, anemia. Iron deficiency, anemia, all of those things, they are the nutritional problem that affects most Nigerians. Majorly is just to underweight and overweight. Underweight and overweight, because and this can be as a result of stress, school stress, because some students that they want to chase academic excellence, so as a result they skip their food time, and because of that they are underweight. And another angle of it is some students that they want to imitate their colleague, that feed on junks, feed on ultra processed food, fast food, and all of that, as a result contributing to them adding excessive weight. So overweight and underweight are most prevalent among students of tertiary and tertiary institution and older class. Yes, when you talk of a processed food now, you now start asking a question of what type of processed food do we have? Because when you talk of ultra processed food, for instance, ultra processed food is classified into 4 variants depending on the ingredient that was used for the processing. So now, if you use a first class processed food, for instance, like a pando yam, like a cassava flour amala, you understand, all of those food, they are still very okay, because actually they have undergo a processing, but their processing is still minimal. Because for instance, amala now is just to get your yam, peel your yam, you turn it to flour. It's just first class product. But you can't compare it to cookies, because cookies is just like a fourth class product. Why do I say so? Because cookies, you transform the normal wheat to wheat flour, then you add variant of ingredients, additive, coloring, and all of that to all of these products. So it's it depends. So you can cook, or you can use processing food. You can use processing food and let the processing food you are going to add to your meal be minimal, and also let it be like they are not of too much ultra processed product. Of course, let me take you back to the human existence, which preconception, that is before a woman gets pregnant. That is why we advocate for good nutrition for women, because before a woman takes in, their underlying nutritional practice have a role to play when a fetus comes in. And when fetus also comes in, when that baby is inside the uterus, so what the mother eats is a contributing factor to the mental capacity of that child when that child will be given birth to. And now, after this child is given birth to, we have this poor practice in Nigeria before, whereby mothers, they say you should discard colostrum. So when you discard all of these things, you deprive that child from the first nutrient that child needs. So, if you solve the problem by educating them, you educate the mother, let the mother, pass through good nutrition before, give birth, and after giving birth too, that child too is properly fed. I'm very sure and certain that child will not have any problem with mental capacity. But if all of this practice were deprived from that child, then that child has high chances of having a poor mental capacity. And another thing is this: if you have under 5 children, always ensure that you fill them with good nutrients, good carbohydrate, good protein, because they are growing, their brain cells is also growing, and they require good nutrients. But when you deprive children from this, it's going to affect their brain capacity, and which is going to reduce their productivity later in life. Yes, you've already mentioned it. How we one believed that the fat that is stored in their body, that accumulate for 6 months, you just want to take it out in a day. So all of those things are not true. All those slimming tea, slimming supplement, they are not true. What they do, people that sell it, what they do is that there's something we call placebo effect in public health. So what happens is that they create a fit to that drug. They give a video advertisements, animations to encourage people to take it. That, when you take this, what happens is that it reduces fat. But those things are not true. If the proper weight reduction recipe is just 2. you cut down the food you are consuming based on dietitian's recommendation, and also you also engage in physical activity so that those fat masses gradually, you can use them, you can burn them. So, and it's a long time intervention, not a quick thing or a magic thing that people advertise here and there. It's not true. Of course, I used to encourage my students at Yaba Tech and other schools that I have the opportunity to actually, have the floor. It's a very good course. It's a very good course that has a very bright future. When we started this course back then in Rufus Giwa Polytechnic, the course is not as bright as this. And today we have produced a lot of professors. We have produced a lot of big people in Nigeria and even outside Nigeria. Many of our students, they are getting grants, Commonwealth scholarship, to sponsor nutrition, because nutrition is a single environmental factor that can affect everyone. So that is why nutrition, like I used to say, even nutrition is not even just a cause, but a solution to our economy and to our growth. Yes, like I mentioned earlier, nutrition and dietetics is now a very growing course that even before during my ND, the schools that were doing nutrition, even in Southwest, then where I belong, then was just University of Ibadan and FUNAB. But as I speak now, many schools are doing it. Osun State University is doing it. Ilaro Polytechnic, which is now university, is also doing it. Ede Polytechnic, Federal Polytechnic Ede is doing it. Bowen, Babcock, many private universities, they are doing it because they've identified the significance of, nutrition and dietetics as a course. So many schools now, they are adopting it and they are having a lot of entry because of, how significant the course is. So it has been a very, good course that people are now, people are doing it now. Yes, they just, like I said, planning is the first thing. You plan. How much do you have? How much do you have? And what are your food like and food dislike? Then when you look at what you have and your food like, then you plan yourself. As a student, you can go to class every morning with food. All you just have to do is to probably the breakfast you'll be having, maybe you cook plenty food, maybe in the evening towards the following day, so that you cut a part to it, then the other part in the morning, then you warm it, you eat, and you do not waste your money on the unnecessary thing that happens on campus. You understand? If you're not rich, you're not supposed to waste your money on, things like maybe going to the cinema, visiting some lounge and all of that. If you do not have money, so that you will be able to manage your little resources, and your little resources will be enough for you. You understand? That's my advice for them, because even me myself, back then when I was in the university, I used my resources very, in a way that it sustained me all through the semester, so that they will, during exam period, because exam period is period most students, they used to complain that there is no money. That is one of the reasons why they could not do very well in the exam, because they were not feeding. That means that student does not have, they didn't properly plan their life. Because when you plan very well, you also plan how you can stretch your resources towards, the time you have. So that's just how they can solve their problem. A truly balanced Nigerian meal. Let me correct something here. When you say a balanced diet or a balanced meal is not actually a correct one, because a balanced meal cannot meet the requirement of everybody. Instead of, let us use adequate diet, because adequate diet or adequate meal will take account of your physiological process, will take account of your lifestyle, will take account of your current weight. For instance, if you say a balanced meal and you have a pregnant woman in your house, a balanced meal that is enough for me will not be enough for the pregnant woman. But when you take into consideration that, okay, in this household there is a pregnant woman and there is a toddler, there is a preschool child, and you modify or you give them quantity of food and nutrient according to their physiological process, then you have achieved optimum nutrition. But when you give just a balanced meal for everybody, that balanced meal, some people will be a beneficiary while some people will be deprived, and why some will get excess. Did you get the concept?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Of course. Yes, when you take all of those things very well, there's something we also call aging process. And when you talk of aging process will affect all of us, because as we grow, our cells are wearing, our body cells are tearing. Even the cells of the pancreas that process sugar and other sugar products, they will also wear. So what it means is that when you congest your body with all of these products, then you reduces the capacity of all of those organs when you grow later in life. So which means that when you grow later in life, then you can start seeing signs that your pancreas that are working very well, they can no longer carry you again. So that is when one is diabetic. So that is why we advocate that consume ultra processed food like carbonated food, sugary product in a minimal, so that you don't overpower your body organs with them. You don't stretch your body organs with them, because when you do, later in life they will start failing you. Very, very important. Yes, exercise is very important. It's a very, very important. And when you talk of exercise, we have just two types of exercise: the planned one and the unplanned one. So now, I think, like I used to tell people, you don't just wake up one morning and you start running just because you feel it is normal. Because we have seen people who have something we call a CCF, like a congenital cardiac failure. Why? And those people, they have hole in their heart. And if you do not know that you have hole in your heart and you engage in exercise, you can collapse from there. So I think before one should undergo exercise, there's something we call IPAQ, which is International Physical Exercise Questionnaire. Ensure that you are fit for this exercise, because if when you wake up in the morning, brushing your teeth, walking around your campus, sweeping, they are all exercise. So that it's enough. But if you now want to undergo maybe you want to undergo a structured exercise, then let that be the one that is recommended for you by a physician, probably for health purpose, because that is the one that is beneficial to you. Well, all these questions, it depends. Both organic food, conventional food, I will tell you that they are okay, but it is the moderation. Because every food, like I used to tell people, every food can be a good food, and at the same time, it can also be a poison. Because when you consume beyond what your body requires, then it becomes a poison. Then it's going to affect you. So be it organic food, they contain nutrients. Be it conventional food, they contain nutrients. But look out for the kinds of nutrients that they have. Do they meet the tolerance limit for, like, when you talk of this organic food now, that they contain food addictive, that they add coloring, there are tolerance limit for everybody. Does this tolerance limit, is it okay for you? So if it is not okay for you, then you abstain from it. But if it is okay for you, then you consume. That is why when you want to consume any new product, you required a nutrition education. And you can even educate yourself, because every product, they have nutritional facts and information for consumer awareness that you have to, you read them and you see if it is okay for you. Common nutrition advice that Nigerians should stop believing, one of them is taking slimming tea to lose weight. That's number one. Number two is, believing that consuming plenty protein, like consuming big meat, big fish in a small food, is a sign of wealth. It's not a sign of wealth. You understand? And those are that too is okay, because when those two, if you work on those two, then you will be fine, because those two are contributing factor, to nutritional problem that affect 50% of Nigerians. Yeah, one thing is just simple. Let moderation be your goal. And what is moderation? Moderation is consuming the right food in the right proportion. Every food can be a poison. Likewise, they can be good for you depending on the amount you consume at a particular time.
Dietitian Ayekbusi Temitope Bodunde, thank you for sharing your time, expertise, and valuable insights with us today. Today's discussion has reminded us that good nutrition is not about perfection or extreme dieting. It is about making informed, practical choices that support better health and a better quality of life. To our listeners, remember that small changes in your daily eating habits and lifestyle can make a significant difference over time. Thank you for listening to Wellness Hour by Trade FM. Join us again next time for another informative edition as we continue to promote healthier lives through knowledge and informed choices. Stay active, stay well, and take care of yourself. If you are just joining us, you can catch highlights of this conversation and connect with us on social media. We're at Trade FM Live across all platforms: Facebook, X formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, and our YouTube channel. I am Adonis Chamaka.
Hi, my name is Adeze Naji. I am the founder of Luscious Chow. It's a food and pastries brand here in Lagos. It's been amazing. So I think it's been really, really nice seeing myself get stronger, look better, feel better, and live better. So I think so far so good. It's been nice. I'd say I fully started in January. We're in July now, so it's been 6 months of actually watching myself change for good. So yeah, it's been nice. Okay, so currently I have lost about 28 kg, which is above half of my target weight. I want to actually lose about 50 kg. So I've lost about 28 so far, and I feel closer to my goal now more than ever. So I would say that my challenge is pretty much the same as almost everybody trying to actively lose weight. It's the nutrition part. I've been able to see this much progress because I've been disciplined to a large extent with my nutrition, but it's also my biggest setback because most people ask me, how are you able to stay disciplined and consistent? Because you cook. I'm a baker, I'm a chef, so I basically see pastries every day. I'm cooking different things every day, and I fast on an average of 18 to 20 hours every day. So it's like, imagine having to fast for that long and then you're in front of meals and pastries and all of that. So I think I'd say that my biggest setback so far has been trying to stay consistent and disciplined with my nutrition. I'm doing it, but it's really, really difficult. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Every other thing that would have been a setback, I've tried my best to put systems in place to help me, because I have a target, I have a goal, so I have to make sure that I get to my goal, I achieve my goal. So yeah, I'll say the nutrition is the biggest part. My coach, I think if anyone watching this or anyone who watches this regularly will probably know him, Mr Noyamayama. So I would say that the reason I've been able to, or like one of the major reasons why I've been able to stay this consistent. Prior to meeting him in January, I have tried to go to the gym many times to lose weight, but I would always just go maybe 1 day, 2 days, stop. But when I met Mr. Noyamayama in January, the way he spoke to me, listened to me, helped change my mindset about the entire thing and the entire journey is the reason why I am still consistent today, why people see me and go, oh my God, what are you doing? Are you on drugs? Are you on this and that? And the truth is that if you have a coach that knows what he's doing and actually believes in you, I'd say he believed in me from day one, because I did not think I was going to get to 6 months. I honestly thought I was going to quit maybe after 30 days or 2 weeks and all. So yeah, he's been one of my biggest motivators so far, and some of his must-dos. He's very particular about fasting. He was one that made me understand the health benefits of intermittent fasting. He would always scream, eat your protein. He doesn't play with proteins. He would always tell you, either eat your proteins, you need your proteins to repair the muscles you're building at the gym, eat your fiber, so he's very, very particular about nutrition, fasting, and he would always remind me to walk. He would always remind me to walk. Basically everything to make sure that I am able to regulate my hormones properly and my insulin resistance. So most people don't understand that walking and some of the exercises, the movements we do daily actually helps regulate that, and that was one of the things that he was actually able to teach me. So yeah, that's Mr. Noyamayama for you. Oh, it's been nice. Family, friends, even strangers. I open my DMs almost every day and I see lots of messages of people telling me I inspired them to get back in the gym. My results have inspired them to get back in the gym. Family too, the same thing. Everybody says, oh, I look amazing and all, and they can't wait to see me get to my goal. In the same way, I'm trying also to get like friends and family to start taking their fitness seriously, because one thing I've been saying is when you're able to actually get consistent with fitness, wellness, with the gym, you will only have one regret: why didn't I start sooner? So I would say that I'm currently in the space where I'm trying to get other people around me to take their health seriously, because they love my results. So yeah. Yes, I mean, that's one reason why I'm still going, because like I said, I feel I can see myself getting stronger. I see myself looking better. I'm now able to fit into clothes that I wasn't able to fit into before. I'm able to do things that I wasn't able to. And one thing about Mr. Noyamayama's training is that more often than not, you will find yourself doing exercises that are functional. You might not even know how functional they are until you're just having a normal day, and then you find yourself doing something that you know you were not able to do prior to when you started training consistently. So I feel better, I'm stronger, I fit better into my clothes, I look better in pictures. And one thing about weight gain, especially when it's rapid, is you may not necessarily know, but it's kind of like steals away your confidence to a large extent. Before you know, you find yourself hiding from cameras, you're giving excuses to people when they ask you, oh, can you come out, and all of that. But lately I haven't been doing any of that. I'm happy to show up for friends and families, go out, just do things that I would say for a long time I wasn't able to do before. So yeah, I feel better, I look better, and I am stronger. And those are things that are really important to me. So, yeah. Okay, I would say, first off, you need to identify your why. So in this part of the world where I would say emotional intelligence is very much on the low, it's very easy to find yourself getting body shamed and bullied and all of that. And to some people, that might be the one reason why they probably want to hit the gym. I would say that it's not a valid enough reason, because at the end of the day, people are always going to talk. Even if you eventually lose the weight and you're thin, you're skinny, you have people who come and say, oh, why are you looking sick, and all of that. People are always going to talk. So I feel like if you're in that space where you know deep down, you've sat with yourself and you know that I actually want to lose this weight, I want to do this, then you need to figure out exactly why. There has to be a stronger reason, better than what people are saying. It should probably be, I want to look better, I want to feel better, I know that I have potential to do so many things, and right now the fact that I don't feel like I'm at my best is taking this away from me. Once you've figured out your why, I need you to show up every day with that mindset. Like, remember why you're doing it, because it's going to be very difficult, and I promise it's going to feel easier for you to quit than it is for you to continue. The reason you started in the first place is what is going to keep you going. So yes, if you've decided that you actually want to lose weight for health benefits, for aesthetics, for whatever reason, then I would advise that you do it the right way. Build sustainable habits. Don't look for shortcuts, because at the end of the day, once you stop, you're going to find yourself circling back if you don't build sustainable habits. So yeah, that's my one advice.
Don't worry. But remember again, Trade FM, Bushwa. Where they happen? Protea Hotel, Ikeja Sele by Mario. Then who they inside the program? Wellness what? Hour by Mr Noyamayama. Thank you for watching.